Hey, brother. So Jay, of course, today is September 11th, and I will tell you that I honestly did not plan on talking about this today. I was going to talk about it in my intro, but I just kept typing and the words just kept filling the page, so here we go. I wanted to bring up my September 11th tradition, if you want to call it that. Maybe that's wrong. Tradition seems like a word that should be reserved for something joyful or positive. Either way, every year I think back to that day because, like most people, I can remember exactly where I was. Oddly, I somehow feel like I can actually recover more and more details with each passing year. I was in 6th grade in Miss Campbell's English class, sitting next to another Ben. Ben was my first and only friend at my new school, and he is now an airline pilot. And I could have told you that day that someday that would be his career choice. When he was 11 years old, he could see a plane in the sky, tell you what kind of plane it was and where it was going. I remember not knowing what the World Trade Center was, and I remember thinking that this was Ben news before I realized how big of a deal it actually was. And I know that's how I reacted. I was a kid. I didn't know how big of a deal it actually was. So for me, I feel like this day should have been like any other day for me in 6th grade that I don't specifically remember, and yet I do. I can remember which desk I was sitting in. I can remember which of my classmates recognized the horror more effectively than I did. And I've always wondered if someday 9/11 will become a national holiday and kids won't go to school and we won't work. It'll be intended to be a day of memory, but like any other day we have off annually, will slowly evolve into a holiday. It's strange almost, because it's the biggest tragedy I've ever really been exposed to. I get it. I know why it would be mortifying to look forward to September 11th, because it would be a day off of work. I'm sure I would feel like those people on Memorial Day that post pictures about what the day is actually intended for, which of course is not pool openings and the official start to grilling season. I think it's crazy that there are probably even people watching this video that weren't alive when it happened. And I think about the patriotism that came after that day. I mean, the country really came together, and real-life superheroes spawned in a reaction to the event. It's strange how nobody can agree on anything. Everybody has a different image of what the perfect world looks like, and yet everybody is on the exact same page in the wake of a tragedy. Jay, for my question of the day, where were you on 9/11? Leave your thoughts in the towel section down below. And Jay, that is everything I've got for you today, man. I will see you on Tuesday.